now. Sorry, you guys.
Oh, good. Just want to make sure.
It's doing it.
Yeah, we're a little late. It said 1:30. All my people are 88,000 are waiting for you.
I know they are.
And then Zenka, when I get back, I want to do like definitely a round table with you. And I've been talking to Whitley Strieber. He wants to talk about this. So it's a big thing we're going through, big shift.
Huge, huge. We're doing it together.
This is super exciting. So everyone's talking about the drone. Is that what's going on?
That's what, and look what JK Elch, I want to get her here to do an interview about what she thinks. So she has the best idea so far.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
Little babies.
Oh, here we
there
go. Oh my God. I have to put my jacket on.
So everyone's talking about.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. We're gonna go snatch some more people, some more speakers. You want to grab it on the back? Okay.
All right.
Oh, I love the jacket.
A little bit delayed. We are here now on the Galactic Origins Cruise with Portal to Ascension, New Realities, Susan Shatzer. We just talked with Ashley. We're going to be releasing this after the fact. During this first 15 minutes, we got an exclusive interview with Ashley, and she was telling us how to connect with all that is. And that creative force, and when you get in it and how it feels. So this is so cool because you guys are doing all these practical things alongside of meeting all these people. Tell us about the Bermuda Triangle tonight that you're going through.
Well, the Bermuda Triangle goes from the point of Miami out to Bermuda, down to Cuba. And as we leave this northern port of Cape Canaveral, we're going to be heading down the coast of Florida, passing into the Bermuda Triangle as we go through, I guess I call that the Florida Straits to the Yucatan. But at that moment, we'll be sort of around midnight at the Bermuda Triangle. And we're going to call these ships in that aren't drones, that are actually waiting for us to say hello. Right?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
they are.
Maybe.
They're hanging. They're hanging in the ether.
To be away from the world, to be in a high energy center, and to be with the people that you're with. I mean, think about the amount of contacts that each one of you guys have into the galactic realm. Oh,
exactly. We have Vivian Chavez, who was born on a Arcturian spaceship, so she says. And who else do we have here? We have Debbie
Desiree Furtak.
Desiree, yeah.
Who
Steven,
else we have here?
Steven, which we're really excited about because he has been really at the forefront.
Who's that?
Steven.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then we have Jerry Sargent, quite an activated guy. Laura Eisenhower.
Debbie
Dashinger.
Okay.
Anna Starr.
Yeah.
Oh, Marilyn. We have, oh, there we go. We have one of my favorite channels, Marilyn and Zazar.
Oh, that's going to be great. I love
Marilyn and Zazar on
Debbie
this.
Solaris, amazing.
Debbie Solaris. And
Should we go over there?
There's Marilyn, Cesar.
Yeah.
Deborah,
In case they want to put their stuff on that table. In case they want to put their stuff on that table.
Yes. We're streaming live now.
We are streaming live.
So those guys are signing in to the very start. Oh, wow. Look at her beautiful hair. That is great.
I'm a speaker, so yes.
That is
You too. I put it on here because I can't stand things like this.
Mike Lee, whoever you are, guys, see ya.
Yay, everyone's logging on, getting it.
I know. So cool. All right. So people are checking in, and we got the vendor tables in the background.
So can you guys move away from the vendor table for a second? Because we want to ask you, did you go to the pools or anything? When did you get on?
Not yet. We'll do a tour of the boat after. I want to get JK Ultra on camera after she signs in because she has the best theory of why the drones are happening now. Because I've been all over the internet. This is JK. I'll say hello.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So, oh, hey, is it Zenka? How are
Yeah,
you?
how's it
Good
going?
to see you.
Great to see you.
Are you guys in Sedona?
Yeah, we're in Sedona right now, and we're broadcasting
Oh.
on Portal to Ascension and New Reality. Everyone,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's do
get
it.
on the cruise.
Okay, I'm excited to talk about the drones.
Yeah.
Hi. I can't really hear you, but hello.
Hi, how's it going? Yeah, so we're excited to hear about the hello.
I got here. What?
In here. I'm gonna bring you around the table.
Yeah.
It's hard to hear over the table.
So for the drones, my take on this is that, you know, it's interesting to see how the media takes pieces that get repeated, like the guy talking about Iran. I think they're testing the waters, seeing how this is going to.
Hi, I'm Susan. Nice to meet you. This is Zenka and Adam.
Oh, okay. So we're on a FaceTime here.
No, this is a live stream.
So Alan,
Channel,
Okay.
New Reality.
I better not act up then.
You can. You like that.
I'm a member of Portal to Ascension. It's fun.
Great. Glad you're here.
But I'm actually not part of the group. I came
Why not?
separately.
You could register for different classes.
Can you?
In individual classes?
Yes, you can. Do you want?
We'll do that.
Let me talk to Susan about that.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, this is so much fun. Hi, how are you? Thanks. Good. Tell us who you are and what you're most excited about.
Brighton?
I'm Kathleen Daw from Colorado, and we're most excited to see all the speakers. We were at GSIC in September, and this is our community.
Thank you. You gotta see Bethany and get your glow in the dark wristband.
All righty.
It's official. She's right here. So cool.
Are you out?
I'm Brighton.
Brighton. I'm Bethany. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Susan, so we wanted to work back over to those girls. Are they able to answer the questions now?
Yes. How we can.
And if not,
There we
try to
go.
get in a
Hello
quiet
there.
space so
Yeah.
people can hear us better.
Yes, she's just about finished signing in.
Okay, so let's get to a quiet place. Oh, hey, Beth. So my theory on the drones is this. What we know is that the two administrations are clashing right now, right?
Right.
Policies of the incoming and outgoing. Can you guys mute or get
You want us to mute? Here, we can
Oh, let us-
step out.
But let's make sure to get her commentary too. So yeah, okay, it's great. So my theory is that there is this moment that is right now. So there's a lot of now there's a moment going on right now between the two administrations. So whatever is hurrying up right now to happen and unfold on the administration before cards is happening now. And one of the things that I noticed is that what's happening with the drones and the sightings is exactly what they said was going to happen at Soul Foundation, which is like everyone's seeing these, the pilots are seeing these, normal people are seeing these, we have nowhere to report them, like
Yes.
are they
Yes.
are they not? But what was clear was in the commentaries from the news, they were saying this does not seem to pose a threat. They were backpedaling fear because that's what they do on the nightly news. But like,
Yeah.
like, hey, and they did disclose what they did disclose at the Soul Foundation, and they did in Congress, which is that, hey, this was in the congressional hearing. We know these guys are over important military places.
Yes.
Yes.
Alamos, they're over like wherever, right?
Yes.
All these places. And so So, and then they're concentrating it in New Jersey, like a place to see how it rolls. Like, how are we going to react to this?
Well, it's spreading now too.
So this is like a false flag start.
No, it's not a
No,
false flag.
Because it's been reported in New York, it's been reported in Pennsylvania, it's been reported here in Arizona as well.
Yeah, so this is
No, it's real. It's real, but I'm saying it's not the brevity
it's the
of the panic. Like there's not like they're not getting everyone panicked.
Right.
Like we're not going to the dark side.
Is it like, is what you're kind of, is
fear.
it like a soft open, a soft disclosure, or just to allow people to start to question and kind of get to feeling comfortable to having things in the sky that they maybe not have been aware of before, but now they're like, that's interesting. I didn't see that there last week, or, you know, whatever the case may be, but at least now they're starting to have the awareness and asking questions about what could that possibly be?
I want
You
to
know?
introduce.
Yeah.
I want to introduce people to JK Ultra here.
Hi.
Who had, let's look this way so we get the light on us.
Yeah.
Okay.
JK here has a brilliant, what would you call it, podcast blog on Instagram.
Social media.
And social media expert, and she has the best theory I've heard about drones. So tell us like the whole thing that you discovered. Really important.
Okay, so at least the ones over Jersey, you know, this is not every phenomenon everywhere, everything that's happening, but these drones that are specifically over Jersey, I believe that they're connected to this DPA Title III. It was reinstated in 2018.
DPA means what? Department.
It's basically what it was like a law that was passed. You can look it up. It was in 2018, which basically was to bring some manufacturing of drones, technology, and medical supplies back to the US so that we weren't dependent on China. And so that created these different drone programs. There's one called Blue UAS and one called the Replicator Program. And basically these have put like 200 million, at least in the front of it, obviously way more than that we don't know of, towards drones here. And then there's this drone corridor between Delaware and Jersey where they've designated for specifically testing drones. So in this area, and then we have above there as well, we have in North Jersey as well, which is Trump's golf course.
Wait, but if you know this, why doesn't the governors, the mayors of New Jersey, isn't that kind of crazy that you know something from just researching?
Well, I know a lot of things, but
how is that possible that everyone's saying what's going on? You know it just.
Well, you know what? The government is so compartmentalized. A lot of people are saying, like, why does the governor know? Why doesn't the mayor know? Well, this is Department of Defense. So they don't answer to the mayor. They don't answer to local law enforcement. We have FBI, local law enforcement, Congress, mayors. All of these are compartmentalized, and the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. So really what it is the same problem we have in government consistently, is that there's no communication. And then also it works to their benefit to keep it secret, because then we have an invisible threat. They get to profit off of an invisible threat as usual, because that gets congressmen to now, if they all are thinking it's Iran, which is ridiculous, obviously it's not Iran. I mean, if Iran is flying
drones
right over people's houses, come on. So, but if congressmen are saying stuff like this, then they're the people who have to pass certain bills to allow more funding. So then the bureaucracy gets to benefit from this. So they love the invisible threat. They love the fear of foreign adversaries. And then they also, you know, it's going to be profitable. And then we also have, why does the media lay it up in this way? Well, the election's over and they need to keep the lights on and they have nothing else to talk about. So of course they're going to say, what is it? What is it? And it's like, you know, if you just do a little bit of searching into it, we are developing all these drones. We know what the companies are. One of the companies is Anduril Industries, General Atomics, and Skydio. So if you look on their websites at the drones, you specifically see things that look like this. And they're 22 feet wide, like, and then there's probably a bunch of other secret programs. Those are the companies that we know of. And then we know, like, there's probably all this black budget stuff, but it's like, that's all verified.
So you're saying all the drones in New Jersey, and what we're seeing is basically these kind of government,
The ones that are loud and look like that, like a lot of people will say like, oh, but they're over this state and they're over their orbs and they're coming out of the water. And we're like, there's a lot of different things going on. But specifically these ones that are over Jersey that look and are loud, that look like drones that are large.
well, did you see this one?
I did.
And this is a plasma, I guess I'll send it to you, Zenka. It's a plasma ship that was also seen. That's not even nuts and bolts. It's more, looks like a spinning energy ball that's stationary. And that is like, I just got that from Whitley Strieber, who's like saying, I don't know what's going on, but so it might be ET craft. I think you said mixed in with the government drone stuff. It's really a new, it's a new development within the UFO field. Interesting, it came right up to the Seoul conference, right up to the UAP hearings, and now we're in another phase, a whole other chapter.
Right. And so I just went under hypnosis with Sarah Brexman Cosme, and we asked about the orb, and we asked about what's in the water. So it's interesting that that was something that we
What
did.
did you say about the orbs?
So the orbs, they're saying that it's interdimensional, either craft or beings, and this is not their real shape. But if they're higher dimensional, the most we can perceive it as is a sphere. So we can see a light sphere, but what it is that's obviously not what it really looks like.
Yes.
And then the things in the water, they said is that it's dimensional and interdimensional, but it was distinguishing between like extraterrestrial, which is also interdimensional, obviously, but then there's dimensional beings, and it said that are native to the Earth sphere. So these are beings that live underwater, but they're not really in the water. It's dimensional in the water, kind of like those Vedic, old Vedic drawings that are those. Okay. Oh, here we are. So kind of like those old Vedic drawings where if you look up like Vedic cosmology or like Vedic drawing of the universe, it's kind of like planes, and we have like an earthly plane and then lower planes and then higher planes. So it's almost like underneath the water, like it's not like they're floating around in the water. It's another dimension that is being accessed under the water. So then Sarah, while I was under hypnosis, said, so then what is the difference between the extraterrestrials? And it said that these are also interdimensional beings, but they're not native to the Earth sphere, but they're not really from other planets like we've been thinking up until this point, that this is what we see in the sky, because what we see in the sky is similar to an orb. It's a sphere that is glowing. So it is an interdimensional thing as well, but they're just not native to here.
Right. I want to ask one more question. Your first experience was in New Jersey, actually.
It was.
And you were a child. And is it anywhere near where all the drone activity is happening now?
So a lot of the stuff that's reported, no, but I do have friends there that have been seeing drones in that area. So yeah, my UFO experience was in Jersey City.
You were 8 years old?
Yeah, 5 years old.
Right.
And so, and that was an abduction experience. So basically, you know, I'm like the person, I'm like, trust me, I believe there's aliens and UFOs there. I mean, North Bergen was the UFO capital until recently. So that area has always had UFOs, but what we're seeing now, it's like the government is still lying to you. You know, it's like now they're just lying about something else.
So why do they keep lying?
Why won't they tell the truth?
I think at some point the whoever those beings are going to confront the Pentagon and say, okay, game's up, we're here. Let's
I hope
out
so.
with the truth.
You know, but I fear that people are not ready because people are really like we are. Because you've already been abducted. I've already been abducted. We're ready.
Getting ready with the drone, the whole preparation.
You know, but then people still can't even accept like human beings with like different opinions. Like I feel like, can people really accept aliens? Like people are still shocked.
They're gonna have to though.
I hope so.
No, definitely. Well, let's do a whole interview
let's
about
do something.
No, on the show. I'm gonna try to sit down and do
Let's do it.
We'll get Whitney
While we're here?
No, we're here or
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
yeah, thank you so much for your point of view on this. And that these are drones, but it's kind of like, and I don't want to say this in a negative way because it was very important in the Me Too movement, but it's sort of like what's happening is like I saw a drone too, I saw a craft too. you're getting this like I saw thing happening. Who are we supposed to report it to? Oh, the local government. Like you said, there's all these different compartments that need to be understanding all this. So and then it's getting a lot of questioning happening and echoing out, even though yeah, drones routes and things are going to be a common factor. So it's interesting.
And it still is a good thing because, you know, for the skeptics, it gets them being more open to the idea. So, I mean, even too, people talk about like Project Bluebeam and stuff. They kind of like oversimplify what that is. But even something like if it was anything connected to like a Project Bluebeam, which I don't think it is, but even that gets regular people comfortable with the idea because they've seen something in the sky now, and now they have a reference point where if something does happen, they're not as scared as if it was to just be there one day, like a whole real UFO.
It's like exposure therapy. When you expose someone at a safe distance to a fear, they get used to it, and then they can make a kind of psychological adjustment when the real thing shows up. And that's what's happening. We are being prepared for the day of arrival, I think.
I hope so.
Yeah, and that's what they were saying at the Soul Conference. They were saying, look, you know, we need to at least tell all of these commercial pilots because some of them have existential crisis. Some of them try to dodge the UFO or the UAP. So they get on the ground and then they're freaking out and have no tools and nothing because they don't even know how reality works anymore. And they're so it's like this. Yeah, it's like getting all these conversations out there. And
that's the thing. No one knows how reality works anymore, but that's the awakening for the planet now, is to like reconfigure who we are in response to the external world. And that's like, it's a whole revamping. In order to go to this, other people say, fifth dimensional reality, we need to let go of the structures of consciousness that have held us in 3D. So we're in transition. The clutch is down, Adam. We are moving into the next gear. You know. Should we say hello to Becca here? She's a presenter.
Yes. Hello, Becca.
The Mayan connection. Tell us.
So I have a very strong connection with ancient Maya, and I'm so excited to bring through some really pristine, beautiful codes from, I say my ancestors. I'm not Mexican in this lifetime, but I feel the ancestors bring through lots of stuff from the sacred sites and some prophecy. And I think it's just really important to honor like our ancestry and our origins and these beautiful sites that they have seeded with this knowledge. So I'm here. I did a whole big mission over the past couple of years visiting all these sacred sites, and I'm so excited to bring some of that through here for everyone. Yeah.
What do they feel like? What do these sacred sites actually feel like?
And oh my God. Yeah. So if you're tapped in and you like know how to connect to them, they're so powerful. It's like jumping into or plugging yourself into a wall socket is what I would say. You're like, whoa, you know, you feel the frequency. For some people, like if you're not connected and you're not trying to connect, you don't really feel anything. It depends on your intention when you visit these sites. But for me, it was like home, deep homecoming, and very ancient, but very galactic. Like there's this dichotomy of like, whoa, this is our past. This is where we've come from, but it's also like where we're headed. So it's pristine, like really pristine, beautiful energy coming through. And I'm seeing a lot of these ancient sacred sites getting activated again in preparation. It's funny, you know, we're talking about disclosure and things happening. Like I think that it's in preparation for the UFOs to come to land, for there to be connection, because many of these sacred sites are actually portals, stargates, or, you know, landing places for these beings to come. So it's this big network I'm seeing waking up at the moment to prepare the earth for what's to come. Yeah.
Sorry. We're about to go into a big experience like you guys are with this many big people together in the same place, away from all the noise and the things. Are you sensing anything of how this?
Oh my God. Yes. So like, yes, this morning I woke up and my whole body was like, woo, like we're doing big grid work. I feel like we're doing a big grid work. It's like on the ocean, like my whole body chills. There's so many of us who are really connected into different races and beings. And I feel like we're doing some work here. Like everyone on this cruise, even, you know, not the presenters, just everyone who's chosen to come, everything we're seeding through our activations and through just meeting and being together, like it's going to be massive. And I feel it. I feel like we're all being mobilized and prepared. And I can't wait to see the magic, you know, when this many magical people come together. It's just like, oh, it's amazing. So I think it's going to be incredible. Like Soul Tribe assembling, and hopefully everyone, you know, at home can come along for that ride and tap in, just because you're not here present. Like there's so much energy coming through, and good energy. I'm hoping to like send that through. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Send that energy through this transmission. Because we're deeply energetic beings, and even if we're not in proximity, we're always connected, right? So yeah, I definitely think we're doing a worldwide grid work right now, and I'm excited about it for sure. Yeah.
What is the single most energy that you want to share that you are bringing right now to all of us here on land and all of you guys there?
Yeah, for me, it's like awakening the dragon within, awakening your own sacred energies. So you are like a pure channel for source, for creation, for your higher self, and realizing your full potential, like your highest embodiment, your ancient like galactic future, all of the things within the one, like your multidimensional self within this vessel. So I'm really about helping people to connect to their highest level, highest unfolding, highest becoming, highest soul expression. And I think we all have the capacity to awaken things within us, which open and unlock gifts and magic, right? And we can all be these little like generators, absolutely, of energy, like everywhere we go, and we can share that with like spaces we inhabit, the sites, the grids of the earth. So for me, it's like about each one of us doing our part to like awaken Mama Gaia and like work with the energy of the grids of the earth and the ley lines.
I know, just standing next to each other, like we're radiating.
Yeah.
Like my heart is like pounding with her heart together at the same time.
Yeah.
And we get to spend 7 more days together.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, because what we're creating in our inner state, each one of our inner states is adding up to this really momentous, grounded, courageous dragon. Who do you have over there, Alex?
Let me introduce a lovely, exciting, really knowledgeable Laura Eisenhower, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Welcome aboard.
I'm going to be talking about just galactic history and where we are in the shift time with the astrology and the repairing of the planetary system, and how that relates to, you know, ascension and like the controller forces that we're like overcoming and crushing and awakening from. Just all sorts of things. Yeah, very interesting things from Second World War into now, a lot of hidden history that we just don't learn about, and a lot of the agendas to rewrite history. And everything's about, you know, just calling our power back and understanding what our junk DNA is really made of and how it's really connected to higher harmonic universes and higher gammic union and this integration of polarity and this whole process of rehabilitation and healing that we're just sharing together in. So I'll just be sharing a lot of that.
What are you going to do with your junk DNA?
It's not junk, it's a treasure. So it's like when we say the word junk, it's like, oh my gosh, there's crystals, there's treasure. It's like, oh my gosh, it just shows, you know, this energy of ascension is all within us. What's been dormant is waking up. And the planetary alignments give us, you know, that connection to go through the growth periods and initiations where we're a conduit of the planetary system healing itself from cataclysms and exploded planets, and that we're like a part of all that. And we've been sucked into this inverted matrix and conditioned to be in this dependency bond and addiction matrix, and that we're like cutting ourselves free from. I look at it like divorcing a bad partner. Like we're going through divorce and it's always a little sticky. They might stalk you and like not leave you alone. You just had to hang up and say no to your ex and move on to true love, because it's all within us. And that junk is just made of, you know, this higher union, like the Christ Sophia, you know. And I bring us into the true teachings of the Essenes and how the Anunnaki manipulated a lot of ancient texts. And just like, yeah, like we're not just some lowly humans. We're like, whoa, and they don't want us to know that, but we know it.
Yeah, we're coming online for sure.
You sound pretty optimistic about the near-term road ahead. You were saying that things are moving aside.
Well, we want to make sure, you know, that the spiritual development and soul development, it's not overtaken by the technological. And so, you know, and that's a very sacred, you know, personal thing. You know, spiritual sovereignty is not something that easily comes to people when you're born into religious families or you're an atheist because you're running from it. It's like, well, what about that direct connect that is so natural to us, and our creative imagination and our ability to manifest? So it's about, you know, clearing it from all the infections, all the propaganda, all the narratives, all the stuff that comes at us, where we're looking for something outside of us to really just harness this creative power and envision the future we want to see and manifest it and clear it from all these parasites and archonic forces and energy vampires. And that's what we're divorcing. So I look at it like a big divorce with the old system, old paradigm, a bad partner, foster parents that never told us about our true origins and who our true parents are, that have like lied to us, kept us from it. And now we're like, whoa, there's something way more than this. And it's our divine inheritance, our genetic code holds this. So we're repairing a lot of genetic damage, but a lot of it comes from belief systems and programs that we can dismantle to begin to switch on what's dormant and realize we have incredible abilities and we totally got this. So it's going to be a bit messy for a while. You know, there's going to be a lot of casualties, people not quite ready yet, but everything always comes home to source. And it's all about the unconditional love and the laws of alchemy, the created, the cosmic natural laws, the alchemical laws of creation, and the sun moving through Ethiopians. I'll be talking about how that correction, because it was put in reversal with the reversal grid technologies to digress us as a human race. Now that's being corrected so we can really bring in that energy that's a miracle vibration that can transmute this lead into gold. You know, when people talk about the golden age, what does that mean? We're turning lead into gold. We're transmuting stuff and taking it to a higher level. There's nothing we can't overcome or cure. But a lot of people are going to have to really believe in themselves and dismantle a lot of the weaponry and machinery. But we win the war within. When we cut the cords, we dismantle it by reaching higher and staying in our heart and really coming together and helping one another with unconditional love. Like, let's be a conduit to that greater source energy that's helping us through this as we fall and get back up and are like, what's going on? We're so loved, and let's love each other and do this together. So this is what it's all about.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much for that strong.
Let's get Jerry Sargent on.
Thank you, Laura, for being such a leader.
Like a big reunion. We're all like meeting each other in person. For the first time.
Introduce Jerry.
Okay.
Hi,
Jen.
Okay, welcome.
What time zone are you in now?
I don't know. Well, I just arrived from Romania, so I'm like 10 hours in front. Yeah.
Back in time?
Back in time, 10 hours, yeah.
Awesome. Well, tell us about what you're going to be speaking about, what you're sharing.
My workshop is going to be about the new 7th dimensional dragon grids. I went on a sacred mission during July and August. We went to 15 different countries around the planet. We did 120,000 air miles in 4.5 weeks, and we buried crystals in the ground. And the crystals in the ground, they created a dragon's grid. And so they're to hold the new 7th dimensional architecture for the new divine mother frequencies coming to the planet. So I'm going to speak about that and take people through an incredible, powerful healing and DNA activation workshop to ground them into those frequencies and just upgrade them. It's going to be supersonic, man. Can't wait. Yeah.
That's amazing. What else can you tell us about why you're in love with the 7th dimension?
Let's move over here because we're going to move down.
Okay.
Less loud.
Say that again.
Great. So talk a little bit about are the crystal grids and also
I can't hear what they're saying.
Okay.
We're gonna step outside.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I say that again.
So how are the crystal grids changing on the planet, and what is 7D as you see it? What is the 7th dimension? Why are you bringing that through instead of the 5th or the 6th?
Okay, so it's a really, really good question. So people are talking about the 5th dimension. So first of all, you've got to ask yourself, what is that? Because everybody thinks that the 5th dimension is about love and light. But actually the 5th dimension is a space where everything's chaotic because everything's being dismantled. You know, all of that 3rd dimensional architecture, that 4th dimensional architecture is being kind of crumbled, and people are being kind of stripped and dismantled so they can move into those higher frequencies of love. And then as they move to the upper frequency band of the 5th dimension, they start to move into unity. Unity is the 6th dimension. And then once people move through the sixth dimension, they move into fusion. So the fusion grids are the seventh dimensional grids. And if you want to anchor yourself in 6D, then if you want to move into 6D, you've got to anchor yourself in 7. If you want to be in 5D, you've got to anchor yourself in 6. If you want to, whatever dimension you're in, if you want to move up to the next one and anchor yourself there, you've got to go and anchor yourself in the one beyond. So the seventh dimensional fusion grids are helping people anchor that unity consciousness in 6D, so they can really like motor through that fifth dimensional frequency band, because the fifth dimension is chaotic. Like the reason that I went on this grid mission is because I met these beings called the cosmic grandfathers, and their teachings are all about helping humanity anchor in the grandfather frequency, because the divine masculine, the divine father, isn't mature enough to hold space for the divine feminine, the divine mother. So the grandfather frequency has to be embodied by all men on the planet so they can hold space for the feminine. So I was given these locations for the seventh dimensional grids, and what I did is I drew them on the map. I got a big map of the planet. I drew the locations, joined them all together, and it created the perfect dragon's wing. So we went around in July and August and buried those crystals, and then I went to Hong Kong last month to bury the crystals for the tail, and I've got to finish it off in March in New Zealand. And then next week after the cruise, I'm going to Jamaica and the Dominican Republic to bury the crystals for the heads. And then sometime next year, we'll bury the other dragon's wing. I don't know where it is yet. I haven't been given it. So these new seventh dimensional like crystalline grids are going to hold a higher level of frequency to expand consciousness on planet Earth. It's very important. Yeah. Hopefully that's kind of like a snapshot kind of like explanation.
Yeah, that's incredible. So one question, can one embody what we're here now? Can you embody 5, 6, 7 as you embody unity consciousness?
Absolutely, 100%. It's all mathematical. Like we're physical bodies, but we've got mathematical architecture. So what I do is I recode people's architecture, their light body, their extended mathematics, to be in line with their original blueprint. And once their original blueprint is switched on, they can start tapping into these high vibrational light streams. And everything, it's a natural process, but there's a lot of shit that stops people going through that natural process. So this is what we do, and the workshop that I'm going to do on the cruise here is going to help people with that.
Thank you so much. What does dragon mean to you, and why is it such an important metaphor for us to understand in the world right now? Dragon.
Well, first of all, it's not a metaphor. Dragons are real. And dragons were some of the original builder races that helped create the architecture on planet Earth. So what is happening right now is the dragons are stepping in to help us advance our architecture, because they're amazing builders. They're amazing architects. They're also amazing grid workers and healers. And so they've played a massive role in humanity's evolution for millions and millions of years. I mean, our whole human history is a load of bullshit. And so, you know, it's not thousands and thousands of years old. We've been here for hundreds of millions of years. And the dragons have played a huge part in our evolution. And they're coming back again right now because we're at a critical stage of ascension. And they're helping us get to the next level because they know how to build the grids properly, and they know how to realign our mathematical architecture so that we can tap into the grid structures and be high frequency beings and switch on our superhuman potential.
Yeah, so can you help the general audience understand the differentiation, like reptiles and dinosaurs are actually different species, different races, and the dragons, are they related in any way to the reptilians?
Well, I mean, dinosaurs and reptilians are all related to the original Draco reptilian races, but there are good ones and not so good ones. I mean, there's light and dark everywhere. The dragons, if you go all the way back, if you go back billions of years, right, the dragons went through their ascension. So like human beings right now are on planet Earth, and we're going through our ascension, and we're realigning our mathematics and remembering that we're angelic humans and switching our 12-strand template back on. Okay, this process that we're going through as humans, dragons went through it a long time ago. they were in a very, very dark space, the dragon community and the dragon species, and there's a lot of different ones, but they had to go through their ascension process and move into the light and rebalance that dark and light, both elements of them. We're in the process of doing it now, so they've already gone down the road that we're going down, and so they know how to help us in because they've experienced it. So the dragons are not really reptilians as such. No, that's not actually true. However, all of the different beings that are on all different planets, they're all linked somewhere along the line, because we're all consciousness that came from the original source. So it's kind of like yes and no. It's not like a black and white answer, but we could talk about this for hours if we wanted to dive into it, but yeah.
So what are you most excited about the potential of this cruise, Galactic Origins, and what are you excited to?
You want me to be brutally honest with
Types
you?
of people.
I'll be brutally honest with you, right? The reason that I'm looking forward to this cruise is because I've got to do hardly anything. I've been traveling non-stop. I haven't slept in my bed for about 2 months, and I only slept in it for 2 days. I've been traveling all year. Like, I've been in different countries pretty much every single week for the last, 18 months. So this cruise for me is an opportunity to go and just deflate and literally kick back and enjoy some sun, eat some good food, go to the gym and just chill. And when I do my workshops, obviously I'm going to give a supersonic experience to everyone that comes. But for me, I'm being honest, it's some downtime, man, and I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah. We're so happy for you. It's just going to be, Jerry, there's going to be so many people that are going to be learning some of these stronger narratives that you have so carefully researched in your life. And thank you so much for bringing down so much wisdom. Have a great time. Relax.
Thank you.
Back in. Sit by the pool.
Love you guys. Thank you.
We're going to be in a movie together.
Awesome.
Jerry and I.
Awesome.
Yeah, in LA with the LA Tribune, the Pillars of Power.
Nice. Excited about
we film in January.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, it's really refreshing what you're bringing through. It's really big picture, which is great. And it just reminds us we're balancing. We're balancing as we ascend. As you said, there's this tricky little part. And if we just listen and balance, we're gonna be fine. So thank you for giving us this great perspective.
Thank you, guys. Take care of yourselves. Love you. And see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
Awesome.
Cheers, Susan.
You too, honey. So, should we go back in?
Yeah, Alan's getting to someone else. I don't know exactly.
Okay.
He's gonna surprise us.
So Alan's in there because so many people are setting up tables and they're getting their signage and stuff. So we're gonna show you some of the deck area. Would you like to see that while we get our next guest speaker?
Okay. Yeah. And while you do that, I'm gonna go ahead and share Jerry's page here, so we can learn a little bit more about him. So this is great. Now, this is the full Galactic Origins site. You can go to galacticorigincruise.com. We are here live for this first day. As everyone's getting on the ship, you can see here all the different speakers. We talked to Lauren Eisenhower. We talked to Jerry. Hopefully we'll get to talk to the Hertogs here. What's going on over there, Susan? You're on the deck?
Yeah, we had to move out onto the deck because it is so loud in there. Like, people have not seen each other for months and years, and they're reconnecting. And they're just, the energy is just blowing up in there, and it's really loud. So I wanted to bring you out here on the deck because Alan is there. He's pulling people.
Okay, that's great. You know, I'm sorry that we missed Ashley at the beginning with the little snafu with the live stream, because all of the people who weren't able to see us for the first time, those at first 15 minutes, Ashley dropped some mad wisdom, so we'll have to get that up. Oh, wow, this is great. So big thanks to Portal to Ascension and New Realities. Hit a big thumbs up for all this awesome stuff that's been coming through today from the speakers. This is cool. So we're getting a bird's eye view are those pull? Yeah, those are pull places.
Yes,
Nice.
yes,
And that's like a whole indoor pool, right?
yes, all inside here. And then
Wow.
when we go down, there's another area down here that has hot tubs. It's like a whole room of hot tubs. It is so cool. So I'm gonna head back in. We'll see who else Alan has in store. Who else has shown up? Yay, it's a lot quieter in here now.
So just while Susan, if you can mute while you're finding people.
Okay.
Just let us know. Yeah. So for those of you that, we're catching up on the conversation, talking about disclosure and the whole, the drones and everything. And we were kind of forming these opinions about what actually is happening. And I think what we were hearing is that, hey, there's a lot of drones in that particular area, but hey, there's also a lot of UFO activity in that area in New Jersey. We talked about it being kind of like this Me Too movement, and not in any disrespect, but in a positive way of people saying, oh, I've seen something too. So it's ruffling through. And I have to say, I'm super proud because number one on the news yesterday on Google News was the UAP, the drones, the like whatever.
So, one of the things that we learned from interacting with the people.
Good friends of Zenka's as well.
Right.
Marilyn.
Okay,
Hold on, we're gonna do the light
for a second.
Oh, here we go.
So then we can
Look who I have here, Zenka.
Oh, great.
I gotta turn it around. I have to turn it around.
There.
There.
Old friends of yours.
Hi, guys, and the crew. Hello, welcome you guys.
Marilyn, Diane, and Jennifer.
Was that Adam?
Yes.
The channel for Jazar. I just promoted some Jazar on my channel. I just like opened it up.
Someone called me. Bought something. See, now I can see if my hair is all messed up.
That's so cool. Diane, how are all you guys? Tell us a little bit.
We're fantastic. It's just been a whirlwind. Where were we? We were just in Sedona. We missed you. Yeah. And now we're on the Galactic Cruise. So excited to be here with everybody, being in the galactic community that's going to change the human race.
Definitely. And we're going to say we've been on a ship with Zazar when he comes through.
That's right.
That is
What's happening on the boat.
So Jen, Dinah, how have you guys been? What's the energy feeling like to you? What are you hoping for these next days away from the world?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, all the energy from the ocean is going to really support us on this endeavor, and the resonance of everybody in this high vibe state together is just going to catapult us into new dimensions for sure.
And you know that the ETs that are in the ocean, where we're going, are going to be signaling us both, not just from above, but from below. We're going to feel that, all of us vibrating together to bring this new dawn, and it's coming. I mean, things that are happening for this next year are blowing my mind. And this cruise is a real takeoff for this. And we're going to really work on being the new humans together on this cruise, really being in unity. And so I'm excited to really create that together.
Yes, this is an incredible trio here, and they really ground the energy of the interdimensional frequency. You need to ground it into these frequencies to make it real. So thanks for being here.
Yeah, oh, we're so happy. We're so happy. And to be here to join with everybody and not have division, but unity and collaboration is so important right now, because that's really making the new human community work for the higher reasons.
Yeah.
You know this.
And thank you for all the work you guys are doing, anchoring the energy there.
Yeah, you're welcome. Jerry was just talking about that. He was saying that in the 6, there's all this unity, and and we can anchor that in, and we can already start experiencing that. And it's been interesting how the speakers that we've spoken to have had these positive messages. They're excited. tying, you know, the crystal grids, whether they're dragons, whether they're physical crystals or whether they're people, coming together and building upon this excitement that we have about our future. So what does Cesar say about any of the sites?
Let's get Cesar in here.
Well, I know maybe Cesar's not ready to come through, but you know, about these sacred sites, this Bermuda Triangle, you guys are going to, like, just being out away from, you know, the thoughts of the rest of the Florida and everywhere else, right?
Well, let me tell you this is Cesar. As the humans begin to vibrate in the higher tuning fork ability to the higher vibrations, as they go through the Bermuda Triangle, they begin to stimulate it, so there is a union with the humans and the earth like never before, as they continue to go to stimulate the ancient grids with what is newly opening up in the gateway of 2025. I'm telling you, this Galactic Cruise is so important because it's going to create a vibration that will unite not only the humans on the entire cruise, but the earth portals with the cosmic portals that are coming in to open a giant gateway portal for what is to come. This year is so exciting. Even though you may see things cracking up, it is a good sign, because as they crack up, you as the human will be born anew. And this is the beginning of it on the Galactic Cruise.
Yeah.
I think that's right. Thank you so much, Marilyn. Thank you so much, Cesar, Diane, Chen. You know, this is, you guys have been holding space for the galactic narrative, and it is happening. You know, we've got the director of the Encounters of the Last Kind doing movies on the embassies. I mean, it's ticking up in a way we've never seen it before. So thanks for modeling unity. Thanks for modeling collaboration amongst the organizations that are part of Portal to Ascension and New Realities, and all of your work with Cesar. We love your book. We love everything you're doing out in the world. Have a great time.
We will.
Zenka. Wish you guys were
Zenka, the only thing that is missing are you two on this cruise.
Well, they're here, but they're here now.
We love you.
Love you guys.
We'll be midnight in the Bermuda Triangle. Talk about.
Let's make it. Let's do a little.
All right, girls. Adam.
All right.
Marilyn, we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Okay, you guys.
It was so fun having you guys here with us. I'm glad we were able to do it together. Thank you.
Yes, pass out those wristbands, those limitless life wristbands, and realize this is all crescendoing into such a magical world that you guys are helping us all. Have a great time. Tell Neil we said hello. Okay.
Bye. Love you. Bye.